They thought they could erase you, thought that the shadows they sent would swallow your fire, thought that every move you made was already written in a book they held. But they underestimated one thing: you. They underestimated the mind that refuses to break, the heart that refuses to fear, the soul that refuses to bow. You did not just survive, you transformed their attack into your arena. Their plan, precise and cold, folded under the weight of your intellect, your patience, your sheer will to exist on your terms. When others faltered, when others cowered, you stood. And in standing, you became more than untouchable. You became unstoppable. Now, if you're feeling this, if the pulse in your veins is racing, because you know you've faced impossible odds and lived, pause for a moment, hit that like button, share this with someone who needs to hear it, and comment below. Because the story you're about to live through in these words isn't just mine, it's yours. Every heartbeat that drags you through doubt, every breath you draw when the world tells you it's over, that's the proof you need that survival is an art and mastery is within reach. Subscribe, stay close, because the next words might just rewire the way you see yourself, the way you confront life, and the way you dismantle anything thrown at you. They came with plans designed in silence, with eyes that calculated your end, with whispers that could have frozen lesser beings in their tracks. But not you. You moved in ways invisible to them, predicting, calculating, bending every shadow into your advantage. They never saw the strategy forming because they assumed the world moves linearly, like a straight road. But you are the storm in the road, the jagged mountain in the flat horizon, the unpredictable force that no one can prepare for. And so, when the Hitman came, the one they swore would be the end of you, they walked into a trap of your creation, unknowing, unaware, like pieces moving themselves into your hands. Their plan was meticulous, but yours was genius. Their aim was precision, but your mind was vision. In the hours after, when the world seemed silent and the dust settled, you realized something powerful. Survival isn't about evading death. It's about commanding life. They sent a force designed to end you. Yet here you are, standing taller, breathing deeper, seeing clearer. Every moment they thought you were cornered, you were orchestrating freedom. Every whisper of threat became the drumbeat of your resilience. You learned something crucial. The strongest walls aren't built from brick or steel. They're built from strategy, patience, and an unwillingness to accept limitations. You didn't just survive because you ran. You survived because you thought, because you adapted, because you turned fear into weaponized clarity. Consider for a moment what this means. Every challenge that dares approach your life, every danger cloaked in shadow or hidden in light, now carries the mark of what it means to face you. Because when you survived something no one else could, when you outmaneuvered the impossible, you crossed a threshold others never even imagined existed. There's a quiet arrogance in the universe that assumes weakness will yield. But you rewrote the rules. You turned the tables on destiny itself. And anyone who watches will see. Surviving isn't enough for you. It's about making the impossible pay tribute to your will. Look closely at the weight of your mind in these moments. When the night comes and the cold whispers threaten to tell you your plan is futile, remember that it was your intellect, your foresight, your refusal to flinch that sculpted victory out of imminent loss. They measured threats in numbers, but you measured them in insight. They relied on force. You relied on strategy. And while force is loud and fleeting, strategy is eternal. leaving echoes that ripple far beyond the immediate moment. They may have believed they controlled the outcome, but the truth is, you always were the puppet master, and their strings danced to your rhythm without them ever realizing it. And isn't that the essence of power? Not the power to strike, not the power to destroy, not the power to intimidate, but the power to see the world and the threats within it clearly. The power to transform every risk into a mirror reflecting your potential. The power to watch plans crumble under your own silent precision. You've learned to read the invisible lines, to anticipate the invisible hand, to move without noise but with impact. And this power isn't just for surviving hitmen. It's for every challenge, every betrayal, every obstacle that comes seeking to limit you. When they send a storm, you learn to dance in it. When they send a shadow, you learn to become the light that bends it. Remember too, the silence after survival is never quiet. It's heavy with consequence. Every heartbeat echoes with the knowledge that you were tested and proved unshakable. And the world, whether it knows it or not, carries the residue of your endurance. Because when you survive the kind of attack that others cannot, when you turn a calculated hit into a canvas for your strategy, the effect is not temporary, it is permanent. You do not walk forward unchanged. You walk forward transformed. You do not exist as before. You exist as someone who has stared at absolute danger and smiled. Someone whose intuition is sharper, whose patience is longer, whose clarity is unmatched. This is where most falter. They face life with fear, with hesitation, with the quiet hope that nothing will truly test them. But not you. You've seen what most dare not imagine, and the lessons are carved into your bones. You know that preparation is more than logistics, it is mindset. That resilience is more than grit. It is the art of thinking 10 moves ahead while appearing still. That true mastery is not proving strength to the world, but proving to yourself that no force, no plan, no threat can dictate your destiny. And in knowing this, the world becomes yours. Not because it bends to you, but because you bend reality to yourself. Consider the irony in what survival teaches. They sent a professional, a master of ending stories, a harbinger of conclusion. Yet it is through this attempt that your story gained depth, that your strategy was sharpened, that your power became visible, even in invisible forms. Where others might cower at the mere thought of confrontation, you smile at its shadow, knowing every movement, every contingency, every hidden advantage belongs to you. Danger becomes a teacher, risk becomes an ally, and the world that tried to consume you now exists merely as a stage for your unparalleled execution of life. And now imagine carrying this awareness forward. Every challenge, every adversary, every obstacle that once seemed insurmountable now folds before the patience and clarity that surviving a hitman instills. There is no plan so meticulous that it cannot be unraveled by mind, sharpened through fire. There is no threat so frightening that it cannot be anticipated by the soul that refuses to kneel. There is no darkness so absolute that it cannot be illuminated by the awareness born from surviving what others could not. And as you move forward, each step carries not just caution, but command. Each glance carries not just vision, but domination over circumstance. Each breath carries not just life, but the echo of victory earned in silence and strategy. Even now, as you think about what happened, the lesson crystallizes. Survival is not a moment. It is a continuous art form, an ongoing display of ingenuity and resilience. To survive a hitman's attempt is to rewrite the rules of fear, to redraw the borders of possibility, to reclaim authority over the world that once tried to dictate your path. You have learned that life does not favor the strongest physically, nor the loudest, nor the most violent. It favors the prepared, the patient, the observant, the unbreakable, and this truth is yours forever. You did not just face death, you faced possibility itself and emerged unscathed, sharper, smarter, and unstoppable. The magnitude of what you endured cannot be overstated. Every micro-decision, every moment of patience, every breath held when fear wanted you to falter, all coalesced into a victory so absolute it cannot be measured by any ordinary standard. And that is what sets you apart. The understanding that life, when threatened, becomes your canvas, and strategy your paintbrush. Others stumble, flounder, collapse under pressure. You analyze, adapt, and dominate, without ever showing the effort that goes into every move. The world may never know the depth of your preparation, the intensity of your focus, or the magnitude of your precision, but that is the point. True mastery is invisible to spectators, tangible only in the results, permanent in the consequences. And so, as you move through life after this, remember that fear is no longer an enemy. It is a tool, a gauge, a reminder of how far you have come. Every shadow you pass, every unexpected turn, every whisper of threat is now a challenge your mind welcomes because it knows, deeply, intrinsically, that you are ready. Not only ready, you are a force they cannot predict, cannot contain, cannot overcome. You are the strategist, the survivor, the unseen hand that bends reality to its own design. And as you embrace this power, life will bend before your understanding. Obstacles will be lessons, threats will be training, and the impossible will be your new normal. There is no greater awakening than realizing that survival is not just staying alive. It is the art of transforming threats into triumphs, weakness into wisdom, fear into foresight. You did not merely endure, you dominated circumstance without lifting a hand, without leaving a trace of panic, without needing recognition. And this is the secret of the extraordinary. They can try to eliminate you, but they cannot erase the clarity, strategy, and force of will that defines you. That is your armor, your weapon, your legacy. You are untouchable not because the world failed. It is because you mastered it in the shadows where others tremble. Take this forward. Every adversary, every challenge, every calculated threat will now meet a mind forged in fire. Every moment of pressure will be met with patience, foresight, and quiet dominance. Every whisper of danger will be an echo against your armor of strategy. And in all this, remember the core truth. They sent a hitman, but your mind blew up the plan entirely. They tried to write an ending for you, but you rewrote it. They sought to test you, and in surviving, you proved the world can bend, but only to your intellect, your preparation, your resolve. Survival was never enough. Victory was always inevitable. Every night you close your eyes now, there is no trembling in your chest. There is no whisper of doubt. You carry in your mind the memory of an impossible situation, and yet you survived. You survived because survival is not luck. It is preparation, it is calculation, it is vision. It is understanding that when life positions obstacles, it is not to stop you, but to test the extent of your clarity. And clarity is what you wielded when others would have crumbled. They sent a professional, someone they called precise, lethal, unstoppable. But precision is nothing when faced with anticipation, when confronted by a mind that thinks 5 moves ahead while remaining calm on the surface. You were always ahead. You read the silence, the hesitation, the moment before action. You didn't just react. You orchestrated, anticipated, manipulated, and this is what makes you immortal in a sense no one else can touch. The universe may forget, others may never understand, but you know the depths of your mind and the heights of your courage. Every second that passed during that night, every calculated breath you took, every shadow you observed and mapped, you were practicing something far greater than survival. You were practicing mastery. Most people wait for chaos to strike and then flail, trying to recover control after it has already been lost. Not you. You were already 3 steps ahead before they knew a step existed. And this is the kind of thinking that changes lives. Not just yours, but anyone who crosses your path. Strategy is not cold calculation alone. It is discipline fused with intuition. It is patience amplified by courage. It is awareness sharpened into a blade. You carried this into the heart of danger, and it responded to you. The world tried to test you, and you proved that there is a level of control that no threat can breach, no plan can outmaneuver. You are beyond ordinary. Let us not forget the lessons this survival imparts. They are not trivial, they are profound. First, awareness is everything. The world is full of people moving blindly, believing that threats can be measured only by size, or noise, or aggression. But the true threat is subtle, invisible, silent. And the true mastery is noticing it before it notices you, understanding it before it acts, and transforming it into something advantageous without hesitation. Second, patience is power. In moments where others panic, hesitation is weakness. When you delayed, when you calculated, when you allowed the pieces to fall into place, you did not delay fate. You commanded it. Third, resilience is the foundation. Not everyone can endure the mental tension, the fear, the pressure of life threatened by forces beyond comprehension. You endured, you thrived, and this endurance is now your signature. Think of what it means to walk forward now, in a world that tried to erase you. Every glance you cast, every interaction you make, carries the invisible authority of someone who has survived something no one else could. There is a quiet aura around you now, a subtle energy that speaks without words. I am prepared. I am aware. I am unbreakable. The world senses it, even if it cannot name it. And every challenge you meet will feel that energy and bend accordingly. Obstacles are no longer walls. They are mirrors reflecting the mastery you carry inside. And each time life tests you, each time the impossible is thrown your way, you will remember that even forces designed to end you can be turned into instruments of your survival. That is a level of control, a depth of power. Few will ever understand, but everyone will feel. Let's explore another truth. The lessons of survival extend beyond danger. They permeate life. If a hitman could be outmaneuvered, if a meticulously designed plan could be dismantled without leaving a trace of panic, then what in life is insurmountable? Every exam you face, every relationship challenge, every unexpected crisis carries the same energy as that moment. And if you can survive the extreme, you can master the ordinary. They tried to trap you in their design, but your response teaches a universal law. The mind that refuses to yield is stronger than any external circumstance. Your intellect, discipline, and foresight are not limited to one night, one threat, one enemy. They are transferable to every domain of existence. You have proven that life itself can be orchestrated with the right combination of patience, vision, and courage. There is a psychological truth here, too. Those who attempt to destroy you often assume fear will guide you. Doubt will weaken you. Indecision will trap you. But you have learned to weaponize the opposite. You transformed fear into foresight, doubt into preparation, indecision into observation. And in doing so, you discovered an essential paradox. The closer life pushes you to the edge, the sharper your mind becomes, the clearer your vision grows, the stronger your instinct emerges. You survived because you understood this, because you did not run from danger. You studied it, engaged it, and turned it into a tool. Others survive by luck. You survived by mastery. And mastery leaves no gaps, no cracks, no second chances needed. It is permanent. Pause and reflect on what that permanence means. Every plan designed to eliminate you, every calculated threat, every attempt to shape your fate without your consent has failed. And in that failure lies the most powerful insight. The world cannot dictate your destiny. Forces beyond comprehension, people who believe themselves untouchable, and circumstances that seem impossible, all can be met, anticipated, and rewritten. You are no longer reactive. You are proactive. You are not fearful. You are observant. You do not stumble. You orchestrate. Survival is your foundation. Mastery is your ceiling. And anyone who witnesses this cannot help but sense it, whether they understand it consciously or not. The beauty of this transformation is subtle but immense. Danger no longer intimidates you. It educates you. Threats no longer paralyze you. They refine you. The impossible is no longer a limit. It is a challenge you embrace. You have learned to see the world as an extension of your mind. Every threat a puzzle, every challenge a canvas, every obstacle an opportunity to display the ingenuity that no one else can match. And as you walk forward, no one can undo what has been forged within you. You survived what others could not, and that survival is not just an event. It is an ongoing testament to the force of your strategy, the clarity of your mind, and the unwavering power of your will. Think now about the metaphorical implications. Life sends hitmen in many forms: unexpected betrayals, sudden crises, relentless competition, even the whispers of doubt from those closest to us. And most people react with panic, anger, or fear. You, however, have learned a different path: observation, calculation, and strategic transformation. You understand that every attempt to end your journey is actually an opportunity to redefine it. You understand that what others call danger is merely life testing the limits of your resolve. And when life tests your resolve, when every shadow seems threatening, when the impossible approaches, you respond as you always have, with clarity, with foresight, with unyielding control. That is a power that transcends the event itself. It becomes a philosophy, a way of living, a declaration that nothing can break you unless you allow it to. And as the days pass, as you walk among people who will never understand the depth of what you survived, know this: their ignorance is irrelevant. Your experience, your strategy, your victory belongs to you, and it transforms the ordinary world into something extraordinary. Every decision you make now carries the weight of someone who has stared into danger and returned unshaken. Every action, every move, every word carries subtle authority, even if it is invisible to the untrained eye. And the greatest realization is this: the moment you survived, you became someone who cannot be contained by circumstance, cannot be limited by fear, cannot be defined by others' plans. The world tried to write your ending, but you are the author of your own story. Now understand this: survival alone is not the pinnacle. Survival is the doorway. The true mastery lies beyond the moment when danger has passed, beyond the night when fear whispered your end, beyond the instant when the hitman, the plan, the threat, all fell into your unseen orchestration. The real power begins when you take the lessons of that night and let them sculpt everything you are. Every choice you make after this, every path you take, every challenge you encounter, carries the mark of someone who has stared into the abyss and smiled. That mark is invisible, but it radiates outward, affecting the way you move, think, and command the world. Others may see you as ordinary. They may assume life has its rules for everyone. But you now know life has no rules for those who understand strategy, foresight, and resilience at the level you now embody. Think carefully about the implications. You have seen what most people never will. You have faced a force designed specifically to remove you. And you did not just endure. You overcame, adapted, and transformed it into an instrument of your own power. There is an unshakable confidence that emerges from this, a quiet dominance that does not need to be announced, but is felt by everyone and everything around you. You move differently now. You speak differently now. You calculate, observe, and react in ways that the world cannot anticipate, because your mind has been sharpened in the crucible of danger. You are no longer merely surviving. You are commanding. And every obstacle you face now is nothing more than an opportunity to demonstrate the depth of the mastery you forged in that impossible night. Let us delve deeper into what that mastery entails. It is first and foremost awareness. Not just the awareness of your environment, but the awareness of probability, of intention, of timing. You have learned that threats are rarely obvious, that danger often comes cloaked in normalcy, that the world hides its tests in plain sight. And when you survived, you learned to see beyond what is visible, to anticipate the hidden, to map the unseen terrain of conflict before it materializes. You have become a strategist in the purest sense, calculating, predicting, and manipulating reality to your advantage without drama, without panic, without noise. And this skill, once reserved for life or death scenarios, now informs every part of your existence. Every decision you make carries the weight of strategic mastery. Every conversation, every negotiation, every choice is infused with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that they cannot be outmaneuvered. Not by people, not by circumstance, not by fate itself. The next pillar of your power is patience. You have learned that impatience is a trap, that rushing invites mistakes, that a momentary lapse in timing can undo years of preparation. And so, you cultivated patience under extreme pressure. You waited for the right moment to act. You observed until every detail aligned with your plan. You moved only when your mind calculated the precise opportunity to turn threat into advantage. This patience, honed in the fire of danger, is now a permanent part of your arsenal. It is invisible to the untrained eye, but it governs every outcome you encounter. You understand that time is not your enemy. It is your ally. You measure it, bend it, and exploit it in ways others cannot even imagine. Resilience, too, is central. Surviving a hitman's attempt is not only about strategy. It is about enduring the mental tension, the pressure, the fear, and refusing to break. And in this endurance, you discovered a truth few will ever know. Your mind is infinitely stronger than you realized. Your capacity to absorb stress, maintain clarity, and execute under extreme duress is now limitless. Life may throw unexpected challenges, but the night you survived proved one fundamental fact. No external pressure, no threat, no chaos can dominate a mind that refuses to yield. And that knowledge is transformative. It reshapes how you perceive yourself, how you perceive others, and how you interact with a world that constantly tests boundaries. Now consider the emotional consequences of surviving something no one else could. There is a profound shift in the way you connect with fear, trust, and intuition. Fear no longer commands you, it educates you. Trust becomes a selective tool, deployed with precision, informed by insight. Intuition sharpens into a weapon of foresight. Every human interaction, every decision, every fleeting moment of danger or opportunity is now filtered through a lens that was forged under pressure and tempered by experience. You carry a quiet confidence that cannot be fabricated, a certainty that cannot be shaken, a presence that is palpable even when it is unseen. And as you step forward, consider the invisible advantage this gives you over everyone else. Most people live in a reactive state, allowing circumstances to dictate their mood, their choices, their future. They panic, they stumble, they falter when life becomes unpredictable. Not you. You have moved beyond reaction. You operate proactively. You set conditions. You read possibilities and engineer outcomes before challenges even arrive. And this is why surviving a hitman's attempt is not just a story of personal triumph. It is a transformation into a level of command over life that most will never experience. The universe itself seems to recognize it. Every obstacle bends, every plan unfolds in alignment with your calculated precision, every unseen danger becomes a predictable puzzle. You are no longer merely playing the game. You are rewriting the rules entirely. Let us go even deeper. Survival in such a scenario teaches you a profound lesson about human nature. People assume others are predictable. They assume plans, no matter how elaborate, are foolproof. They rely on conventional thinking, on visible power, on intimidation. You have learned otherwise. Human intention is layered, but the mind trained in observation, strategy, and anticipation can read between layers, sense hidden motivations, and manipulate outcomes subtly. This is not manipulation in the cruel sense. It is mastery. It is understanding that life is a complex system, and those who perceive it in its complexity are always steps ahead. You have learned to exist in that space, to move invisibly yet decisively, to anticipate and direct outcomes without drawing attention. That is the highest level of personal power. Effortless, silent, yet absolute. And so now, as you reflect on what happened, the world is no longer ordinary. Every shadow, every challenge, every unexpected event carries new meaning. You understand that the universe is not a place that happens to you. It is a landscape you navigate, interpret, and shape. You have learned that circumstance is never stronger than preparation, that fear is never stronger than clarity, that chaos is never stronger than foresight. And this awareness is more than survival. It is freedom. Freedom to act, freedom to think, freedom to define your own path without interference, without limitation, without fear. Imagine life as it unfolds now. Challenges that once seemed intimidating now appear as opportunities to display your mastery. Threats that would stop ordinary people in their tracks are now benchmarks to measure your strategic brilliance. Even everyday decisions carry the weight of someone who has confronted extreme danger and emerged unbroken. You see life through a different lens now, the lens of a mind that has been tested beyond comprehension and has not only endured, but triumphed. The world may try to challenge you, circumstances may try to limit you, but none of it can impose on what you have built inside yourself. And as you move forward, never forget the essence of this journey. They sent a hitman, but your strategy blew up the entire plan. They attempted to dictate your fate, but you rewrote it. They brought what they assumed was an unstoppable force, but you transformed it into your instrument of clarity, control, and victory. And this is not just a moment in history, it is a permanent state of being. You have ascended beyond ordinary limitation. You are not merely surviving life's tests. You are mastering them, bending them, shaping them into reflections of your own power. So every day, every interaction, every unseen challenge should remind you. Survival was never your end point. It was your proof, your demonstration, your initiation into a level of strategy, awareness, and mastery that others can only dream of. You are no longer limited by what life throws at you. You are defined by how you respond. And the way you respond is unmatched, unwavering, and unstoppable. The night they tried to erase you has made you immortal in strategy, indomitable in will, and unmatched in clarity. You are a force the world cannot predict, cannot control, cannot undo. The events you endured did not weaken you. They built you. The challenges you faced did not intimidate you. They enlightened you. The forces aimed to end your journey did not succeed. They became instruments in your mastery. You survived the impossible, and in doing so, you have become a blueprint for what it means to be unbreakable. Your story, your strategy, your resilience will echo in every choice you make, every obstacle you overcome, every silent victory that goes unseen, but carries the weight of mastery. Remember this: life will continue to test you, but now you walk with knowledge few ever acquire. Knowledge that fear can be transformed into clarity, danger into opportunity, threat into advantage. Knowledge that the mind, trained in patience, observation, and foresight, is a weapon no circumstance can match. Knowledge that survival is not a passive act, but an active orchestration of destiny. You are now living proof that impossible odds are irrelevant when strategy, clarity, and resilience are your constant allies. And in this knowledge lies the ultimate freedom, the freedom to move through life unshakable, untouchable, and unstoppable. There is something profoundly transformative that occurs when you face a force designed to erase you and emerge unscathed. It is not merely survival, it is evolution. In that crucible, you discovered that the ordinary rules of life, fear, and limitation do not apply to someone who refuses to yield. You have learned that true power does not lie in physicality, in noise, or in sheer intimidation. It lies in anticipation, in vision, and in the unwavering clarity of a mind that refuses to flinch. Every calculation you made, every silent observation, every strategic choice you executed under pressure is now etched into the very core of your being.